You're welcome back to the channel. The name remains Donald, not Trump. And of course, I'm always happy to do this with you. And today I have some juicy updates for you, Bob. Yeah. Ilekai's song, Joro me, I want you to love me. Joro me, baby. Joro me, Joro. Make her continue, make her left. Okay, they make her sing small. Kilo de, oh. Why you know they call me? Kilo day, baby. Why I don't know frame me, bro? You do a call me some. I dey give you singing Joro me. Why you know they see me Joro me. I give you green light, tire. Joro me, Joro. So Yamao green light too, bro. Yamao yellow. It means a yellow. That means you get ready. Boss we jina wa na emusa. Ya sanye the green account. The green lights too. We jina wa Charlie. Yanya them you boss. Anyway, it be like this morning, mentor spirit to be per se, a ramming one of power. But anyway, I came here to speak about the popular Nigerian musician Simi, who happens to be in the news for quite unpopular reason. And it's because she stood for something. Okay. And the whole of Twitter Niger has ganged up against her, especially the males, because she advocated for one lady that actually said she was raped. And later on, the issue came out to be false. But it's not really about whatever happened with regards to the lady and the issue coming out as false, but the way she went about presenting her case or her displeasure about the whole issue. I mean, I think most women have issues of abuse, sexual abuse as growing up. So issues in relation to rape are very sensitive to most of them, which is very well understandable because I believe that anything that has to do with sex has to be consensual. Okay, so most people have their experience that are not particularly nice when it comes to rape. So anytime these issues comes up, they are triggered, and then traumatic experiences sometimes they get them to be a bit emotional about it, and then sometimes the outburst can cause a lot of issues. So I personally believe this is a typical example of what I'm talking about. So Simi actually, after the issue, let me be very correct about this so that I'll go back to her post, whatever she tweeted, that's actually got the guys to be really pissed. Now, this is what she said. She said, I am sick of this. Stop raping women. They need to castrate rapists and burn them. And I am sick. The sick actually comes with a lot of energy because it has SIC and then a lot of K. So that's like the person is really tired, right? And then after that, somebody actually said that, okay, including the false accusers to anti-Simi, it means another, user on X was actually asking him now, okay, so if you are saying that make we castrate rapists, how about the people that also go around spreading false rumors about rape? What are we supposed to do to these people? Because in as much as we are trying to control the situation, and then these bad people that are actually raping people, that we are trying to take them out of the system and then allow the legal system to actually handle them, there are people that are also spreading false rumors of rape. Okay, so if that's the case, right, if they are not dealt with, now we'll get to a point that these people that are spreading false rumors will be the reason why when somebody is legitimately in need of help because they are being raped or they are being abused or harassed, people will not take them serious because there have been consistent issues of people coming out with rape cases that might not particularly be true. So if there is a certain level of justice that should come, or there's a certain level of verdict that should come to people that are rapists, which in all truth, they deserve it. How about the people that are also going to be the reason why maybe later on when somebody is in this situation, when they voice out, people will not believe them? And in return to this, Auntie Simi actually said STFU, which literally means shut the F up. Okay, like Yedin Charlie Yen Smile say, give your opinion about this. Or more or less like what you are saying is quite nonsensical. So you should keep your opinion to yourself. So that is where everything went off. Okay, that is where the Twitter or XNG, SNG, like Nigeria actually had enough. And Charlie, it has been psychologically damaging for her. I don't know how she's feeling about it, and I don't know how tough-skinned she is. But no matter how tough-skinned you are, I mean, it gets to a point that it becomes too much, because literally they've ganged up against it. The whole of Nigeria, the Twitter guys have ganged up against it, especially after the issue came out that the girl was actually lying about a rape case, and it's been crazy. And I don't know how tough-skinned she is, like I said, but her recent post on her status, she actually had to turn off her comment section. I mean, that means that obviously some of the comments are getting to her, and the dragging is from her marriage, her past relationships, her career, her music. Bro, Charlie, boys no you. The way that they do Simi pa, me, I'm sure if she knew this is what will happen, she wouldn't have even commented on this in the first place. Because, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But I think it's quite too much. I don't know whether I'm in the position to say it. But the level of dragging that I've seen in relation to this, I've not seen anything of its kind, right? Because even the husband and the fact that she said she had a crush on J. Cole, who happens to be a popular American rapper. And she even went to the extent to say in one of her late old videos, said that she only married the husband because the husband shared the same date of birth with J. Cole, and then people are dragging the husband. Now, of course, the husband is also popular. Adenkule Gold, who is also, I don't know whether I pronounced the name right, but anyway, forgive me if I didn't. But he's also a popular musician in Nigeria, and then Charlie, the dragging is crazy. Now, it doesn't end there, okay? And I've never seen people that are so committed and invested in actually putting someone's reputation in a bad light, like the way I've seen guys doing this particular issue. Because people went as deep as old tweets from 2014, like old tweets from Simi, and they found some things that are not particularly healthy, because so apparently Simi's mother was running a daycare, and then I don't know what happened, but I think Simi was helping the mom to take care of their kids and stuff. And there's certain tweets from Simi that was quite suggestive that she was having some kind of perversion towards some of the young kids. It's quite disturbing, because the way the tweets were, I can't read it here because it's not particularly healthy, and I'm sure the YouTube algorithm or copyright wouldn't be happy with me, so I would have to just give you a description of what the tweets are like. But it's not particularly healthy. It's more or less like somebody showing a level of attraction for kids, which Simi has clearly come out to release an official statement that it wasn't like she was actually serious about it. It was just a young kid who was just overly adoring kids, because kids are naturally cute, and she believed that it had no malicious intent or real negative disposition towards it. So people are calling for her heads, people are calling for the government, or people are calling for the Nigerian authorities to actually look into the case, because it seems a bit too sensitive. And she even had to delete the tweet because she believed that her family were not particularly okay or happy with some of the tweets that she had in the past. Now, this raises a serious issue. Whether it was true that Simi actually was tweeting that for malicious intent, or if she was just overly adored. She was young, and particularly maybe she was not as smart as she is now. So I think there's a level of growth that she has experienced. But was it true or is it not true? I don't really know. I can't really tell. You can't really open a human being's mind to see the intent behind the action, especially when it's in relation to the past. But then this issue of celebrities having to give their opinion about issues and this, and how it goes a long way to actually affect their brands. Okay, because her monthly subscription on Spotify has decreased after this issue. Like it has decreased. Like, people are really canceling her because of this particular tweet. And it's really disturbing, because it means that, Charlie, if you are a celebrity and you are not careful with the things you comment on, all the hard work you built over the years can be undone by just one unhealthy comment on social media. And that is how delicate the whole thing is. Because imagine working the whole decade for a particular kind of brand, and then one comment, one maybe emotional outburst can actually unwind everything. So in this case, we understand some of the artists that are not so out there, or they are not so social media driven, like the R2Bs, and then maybe the Drakes, and then Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's, because sometimes you are human. Sometimes your emotions can get the best part of you. Sometimes we all see things within a moment, and then later on you can even come back to it and then realize that Charlie, what kind of crown? The answer behind him is that because you are human. But the internet doesn't forget, and some of these issues is a clear, is a telling signs of where we are heading to as a society, and in light of the fact that we have social media and how delicate it has come, and it's very important that we are all educated on how to use social media wisely. Okay, I mean, I don't know, man, but I think it's a bit too harsh on her, because people can say things and then come back to it, and retract their statements. I think the best option for her now is to just retract her initial statements about the rape, and then maybe everything will be fine. But maybe we are dealing with ego now, so she would also like to defend her cause, and she has a reason for maybe tweeting whatever she tweeted. But I'm not the best person to judge this issue. I think you are the best person to judge this issue. Do you think that maybe she should just retract her statement, apologize for initial comments and everything, since the issue even came out that the lady was actually a false accuser, and maybe the boys will actually forget about all these things, and maybe her image or her reputation will be restored in a certain sense? Or you think it's just one of those things that, Charlie, eventually we will all grow out of it and we forget about it, and then her image or reputation will be restored again? I don't know what you think. I would like to hear your comments and perception or perspective about this issue. But for now, I would like to thank you for doing this with me. And I'm always going to be here to update you when there is an issue for you to know. Okay? The name remains Donald, not Trump. And thank you for always doing this with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment if you haven't. God bless you for doing this with me. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.